Good morning, students. I'm Annie Arora, your science teacher. I hope all of you are fine and you are making best use of this time. Now, to start with the chapter, I would like to give you some examples so that you can have better understanding of the concept. To kick the ball, we need to push it. To pick the book, we need to pull it. And to hit the ball, we need to push it. So to do any day-to-day activity, you have to apply force. So today we are going to start with chapter 11th, that is force and pressure. This is a physics chapter and I hope all of you have your NCERT online textbook. As you have studied in class 7th about motion and comparison of motion of two objects. Now here in the chapter you can see figure A. You can see a goalkeeper is saving the goal, means he is applying force in form of pull. Whereas in figure B you can see the girl is hitting the ball, means the girl is applying force in the form of push. Whereas in figure C you can see in the figure C the fielder is stopping the ball, means he is applying force in form of pull. So what is force? A force is when a push or a pull. When a push or a pull is applied to an object, it is called force. Force is a push or a pull, and various activities that we do like picking, like I gave you the example of lifting the book, then opening a door or shutting or kicking, these are all some tasks that describe force. Also, there are numerous activities that you do in your day-to-day life that describe force. So as I've said, force is a push or a pull to an object that may result in motion. So we can say that motion imparted is due to the action of force. Also in class 6th, you have studied if there are some iron pieces in a bowl and I place a magnet here, then obviously these iron pieces will be attracted to the magnet. Means the magnet is pulling the iron pieces towards itself. So it is applying force in the form of pull. Whereas if two similar poles, you have heard in class 6 that similar poles repel each other, then they are pushing each other. So they are applying force in the form of push. So force is a push or a pull to an object. Now, here you can see the next topic is forces are due to interaction. Now, for force to come into play, there has to be two objects first of all. Like in figure A, you can see, suppose if the car doesn't have fuel, provided the car doesn't have fuel and there is a man standing behind the car, if he is not touching the car, then the car will not move. Whereas if he will apply force in this direction, then the car will move. Provided the car doesn't have fuel, then car will move and you have not started the car. In the figure 11.3 you can see two girls are pushing each other. Suppose this is girl A and this is girl B. If they are pushing each other with equal force, then there will be no resultant force. But if force of any girl is greater, then there will be movement in that direction. So you can see whereas in figure 11.3b you can see the girls are pulling each other. Here you can see the girls are pushing each other. So there are two terms, push and pull. Whenever push and pull is applied to an object, it is called force. Also you can see in figure 11.3c the man is applying force in this direction, whereas the cow is applying force in this direction. Means they are applying force in different directions. So from these examples we can infer that at least two objects must interact for force to come into play. There has to be two objects first of all. Then the two objects must interact with each other so that force should come into play. So next is exploring forces. Here you have also seen, here as you can see, now if there is a box and two boys are applying force in same direction, then the chances of movement of box will be greater. Whereas in a figure B, you can see if person A is applying force in this direction and person B is applying force in this direction, then the easiness with which the box will move will be greater in A than compared to B, because both men are applying force in the same direction and the resultant force will increase. So as I've said, there has to be for force to come into play, there has to be two objects and the two objects must interact with each other. Whereas if there are two forces, then the magnitude of two forces will add if they are in same direction, and the magnitude will subtract if they are in opposite direction. Now what is magnitude? Magnitude is the value. Suppose force is, the unit of force is Newton, 10 Newton. This is the magnitude, this 10 is the magnitude, whereas Newton is the unit. So magnitude means when the two forces are in same direction, then they will add, whereas if they are in opposite direction, then they will subtract. Also in example 11.5, you can see there is a game tug of war and two teams are applying force. If the force are equal in magnitude, then there will be no movement, whereas if force of any team is greater, then movement will be in that direction. So force applied to an object in same direction will add, whereas force applied in different direction will subtract. So it is the magnitude of the force, strength of the force is usually expressed by magnitude of the force. If magnitude applied changes, then effect will also change. So today we have learned that force is push or a pull to an object, and a force can change the state of an object. Like here you can see if the car was not moving, then it was moving on application of force. So force can change the state of an object from rest to motion and vice versa. Also, to let force come into play, there has to be two or more objects, and that objects must interact with each other. Also, if there are two forces applied to an object, then that force will add if they are in same direction, and if they are in opposite direction, then they will subtract. That will be decided by the magnitude of the force. Thank you.